Where did you grow up? What was it like? Would you still live there? Today, we're going to talk about our hometowns. A hometown is a place where you grew up
Okay.
or when you are somewhere that you have a personal connection with. So let's talk about our hometown. Hello, Smilers. Welcome to the Smile in English podcast, where we speak in easy English for your listening practice. I am Anika.
And I'm Lorenzo.
Let's get started then. So, would you like to talk about where your hometown is, Lorenzo?
Sure. So my hometown is Milan. Milan is in Italy, north of Italy. It's a big city. It's famous for fashion
That's
and
right.
food, I'd say. And how about you? Where are you from?
So, I was born and raised in Dhaka. Dhaka is the capital of Bangladesh. It's a big city as well, and the population is very big. I'm going to sound a little ignorant, but I'm not sure what the population is at the moment. But I grew up in Dhaka back in the 90s. So it was a little less crowded than it is right now. It still was very populated compared to the world. And Dhaka or Bangladesh in general, it's famous for we are famous for our agriculture. We're famous for fish and textile. I think that's the biggest business we have. I think a lot of clothes that our viewers own might be made in Bangladesh.
Yeah. Check the label of your t-shirt. You might read "Made in Bangladesh."
Oh, yes. All right. And what was it like growing up in Milan?
For me, really good. I liked it. But I think because I lived in a bit of a hybrid situation, as in like even if I was in Milan, so like a big city with lots of concrete, our apartment block had a big garden around it. So we still lived a lot outside, like in a safe environment, no cars, lots of kids, because in the big apartment block there were lots of kids. So I really liked it. Growing up, when I started to have my independence, we used to go to the city center, do some window shopping. Window shopping is when you don't buy anything, but you just like to go and check out things, because we were teenagers, we couldn't afford anything, so we just
No
did
money.
some window shopping. And so up until my 20s, I really liked it. It's after my 20s that I decided that I wanted to change, but before then, it was. I'm really happy that I grew up in Milan. Yeah. How about you?
Oh, yes. Before getting to mine, I have been to your apartment block where you grew up because your parents live there now. And I think it's really nice because you got to make friends with the neighbors. And actually, that's something I didn't have. So I was in Dhaka growing up, and we were in a separate house. So it wasn't an apartment block. So it was separated from other houses, and we didn't actually know any of our neighbors. So I did obviously have friends at school. So at school is where I would socialize with other kids. Growing up in Dhaka itself was, I think the word that I would use is chaotic. Right. It's a big city. So just like any other big cities, it's a very busy place to live in and grow up in. The walk from home to school was short, but I remember we had to tackle the traffic still. Crossing the road was not easy. What else? Other than that, growing up in Dhaka was also fun because we had some friends coming over sometimes at home, especially on birthdays and during Eid. So Eid is kind of like Christmas for us. So we have 2 of these days in in a year.
Right.
So being a Muslim country, this celebration was a very big deal. We used to wear new clothes, and we used to get some allowance from the grown-ups. We would go on school trips sometimes,
Right.
growing up. That's what I remember about the fun stuff growing up in Dhaka. And so you mentioned that you moved away from Milan when you were 20.
Yes, in my 20s, yeah.
Why did you move away?
I think curiosity mostly. I was just curious to see what else was out there, and by out there I mean kind of like the world. So at first I tried London, then New York, then Sydney, then Melbourne. So all big cities, actually, all big cities, but very different from Milan, right? Like the beauty of traveling is that you see very different realities, and you learn from each one of them. And then after 15 years of kind of traveling or living abroad, I came back to Milan, stayed for 3 years, and then I was like, yeah, still not really for me. So still really not what I want for this stage of my life. So we decided to move to where we are now, like in a beautiful town.
Which is a countryside.
Kind of like a
small town
in a valley at 700 meters.
Yeah.
So where there's more nature, there's more space,
animals.
Fewer people, animals. So it just felt more right for this time of our lives.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you left your hometown too, right? So
yeah.
What was your reason? Mine was curiosity. Yours?
Similar. So I was 19 at the time. So at the moment, the objective was to go to a good university, and it ended up being in Malaysia. So I studied, I went there first for university, and then I moved to Italy. So the reason I went was for university, but then I also realized that I had the curiosity that you mentioned to see the world, explore opportunities. And then I kept staying in Italy, and will be staying here because I found you. So I wouldn't go back now, and I wouldn't be in other places like Milan as well, for the same reason, because we wanted a quiet place to live in where we can relax and have a peaceful, quiet life.
Yes.
And would you go back to living in Milan? Do you see yourself living in Milan again?
Not at the moment, but with life, you never know. Maybe we'll end up in Dhaka at some point. Who knows?
Maybe.
No. The moment we just made this move, so I'm really, I really feel like our near future will be here, and probably even long-term future. We'll see.
I agree. I see ourselves staying here long term. We don't know if we're going to go back to either Dhaka or Milan, but at the moment we don't see ourselves being there. All right.
Okay.
So that was all for hometown. Hope you enjoyed. Write to us about your hometown and what it was like for you growing up.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a beautiful day.